Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Zero to Hero Full Stack plus VoIP plus AI Engineer. I'm Siddhant Kumar, your instructor for this course. In episode 1, we set up WSL2 with Ubuntu 24.04 and launched VS Code. Today, we are tackling something absolutely critical: Git and GitHub repository initialization. Now, you might be wondering, why Git? Why do we need version control from day one? Here's the truth: professional developers don't just write code, they manage it. Git is the industry standard tool that lets you track every change, collaborate with teams, and never lose your work. Every Fortune 500 companies, every startup, every serious developer use Git. And by the end of this video, you will have your professional development environment connected to GitHub, just like the pros. Let's get started. Before we dive into the commands, let me explain what Git actually is. Git is a version control system. Think of it as a time machine for your code. Every time you make a change, Git takes a snapshot. If something breaks, you can go back. If you want to experiment, you create a branch. If you want to collaborate, you push to GitHub. Here's why we are using Git from day one in this course. Number one, backup and recovery. Your code lives both locally and in the cloud. If your laptop crashes, your work is safe on GitHub. Number two, professional workflow. Every job requires Git by learning employable skills. Number three, this course has a Discord community. With Git, you can share your progress, get feedback, and even contribute to open source. Number four, portfolio building. Your GitHub profile becomes your resume. Employer will look at your commit history, your projects, your code quality. So, yes, Git is not optional, it's essential, and you are mastering it. Let's begin. First, we need to check if you already have SSH keys on your system. In your VS Code terminal, type this command. If you see a folder named .ssh, that's good. It means SSH is already set up. If not, don't worry, we will create it. In my case, folder is not exist. So I'm creating the folder by putting this command. Now the folder is created, so I will navigate into it and generate a new SSH key specifically for this course. Now let's generate a new SSH key. This will authenticate you with GitHub, so you can push and pull code without entering your password every time. Type this command. Let me break this down. -t space ed 25519 specifies the encryption type. This is modern and secure. Capital C and email address. You can add your own. -f tilde slash dot ssh dash. You can put anything regarding the name. I'm calling it Zero to Hero dash GitHub. You can write anything, names of the file or anything. So I'm calling it Zero to Hero GitHub to keep it organized. Tilde stand for home directory, that symbol. stand for home directory. Press enter. It may ask you for a paraphrase. You can enter, just press enter twice to skip it. Perfect. Your SSH key pair is now generated. One private key that stay on your computer and one public key that will upload to GitHub. Now, we need to tell your system about this new key. So we do this using the SSH agent. First, start the agent by typing this command. This starts the SSH agent in the background. Next, add your private key to the agent by typing this command and verify it's loaded by typing this command ssh dash add space dash l. You should see your key listed. If you do, excellent. Your system now knows about your SSH key. Now we need to copy your public key. This is the one we paste into GitHub. Type this command, navigate to the specific file. This will display a long string of characters starting with SSH ed 25519. Select all of it from SSH ed 25519 and make sure do not share this with anyone as I have blurred it. So from SSH ed 25519 to the end and copy it. We will paste this into GitHub in the next step. Now open your web browser and go to github.com. Make sure you are logged in. Click on your profile picture in the top right corner, then select Settings. In the left sidebar, scroll down and click SSH and GPG keys. Now click the green New SSH button. Give it a title. I will call mine 02 Hero Course dash WSL2 Ubuntu. In the key field, paste the public key you just copied. Make sure authentication is selected. Then click Add SSH key. GitHub may ask for your password. Enter it to confirm. Done. Your computer and GitHub are now connected by SSH. Let's verify everything is working. In your terminal, type this command. The first time you do this, you will see a warning asking if you want to continue connecting. Type yes and press enter. If you see hi, your username, you have successfully authenticated, so that's perfect. It means GitHub recognize your key. The message also says GitHub does not provide cell access. That's normal. We are not trying to log into GitHub server. We are just testing the connection. Now, let's connect your local project folder to GitHub. Create a repository on GitHub. Go to github.com, click the plus icon in the top right and select new repository. Name it as per your requirement or your wish, as I keep here 02 Hero. Keep it public. This is an open source course. But in your case, you can keep it private if you want to. Initialize the README. We will edit it locally. Now click on Create Repository. Now back in your terminal, navigate to your project folder. So as I'm running this command here to connect local folder to GitHub, you would normally run this command. Say if it is giving error, so create the folder again. That is normal Linux command mkdir space dash p space 0 to hero. Now navigate to the created folder, just type cd and 0 to hero. Now write the git clone command, copy repository address from the GitHub and paste it here. If you get an error saying the directory is not empty, that's fine. It just means you already have files here. Instead, we will initialize Git in the existing folder. But first, let me show how you can clone the command works by creating a fresh folder. Once your repository is cloned or initialized, verify the connection by typing this command git space remote space dash v. You should see origin pointing to your GitHub repository URL. Then check your branches. Git branch dash a. You should see main listed. That's your default branch. And list your files. You should see your license, README, and other project files. Perfect. Your local environment is now connected to GitHub. Every changes you make can be tracked, committed, and pushed to the cloud. Before we push code, we need to tell Git who you are. This information appears on every commit you make. So type git config dash dash global user dot name Siddhant Kumar. Then, like I type, you can type your username, then the email ID, and use your own name and email. This is how GitHub will identify your contribution. Verify it's set correctly by putting this command. You should see your name and email listed. Now, let's make our first commit. I will create a simple welcome file. Echo welcome to 0 to hero course by entering this simple command. Then stays it. Commit with a message git commit. Please type all command and make sure write your repository name, whatever you set, and push it to GitHub. Git push main origin. If this is your first push, it may take a moment. Once it completes, refresh your GitHub repository page in the browser. You should see your welcome.md file appear. Congratulations! You have just made your first professional Git commit. Let's recap what we have accomplished in this episode 2. 1. We generated SSH keys for secure authentication with GitHub. 2. We configured the SSH agent and added our public key to GitHub. 3. We tested the SSH connection and verified authentication. 4. We cloned our initialized GitHub repository. 5th, we configured Git with our name and email. 6. We made our first commit and pushed it to GitHub. You now have a professional development workflow. Every line of code you write in this course will be tracked, backed up, and ready to showcase to employers. In the next episode, we will install Docker, set up our development tools, and prepare for our next coding module. If this video helped you, please subscribe to the Hero Stack Academy YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. Episode 3 drops next week. Join our Dashcode community. The link is in the description. Share your progress, ask questions, and connect with other learners. Start the GitHub repository. It helps others discover this course. And if you want to support this project, consider becoming a GitHub sponsor. Every contribution helps keep this course free and open source. I'm Siddhant Kumar, full stack VoIP and AI engineer with over 4 years of production experience. This course is my passion project to help developers like you master enterprise grade skills. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, GitHub, via email. All links are in the description. Drop a comment below. Get connected. If you successfully set up your repository, thank you for watching. I will see you in episode 3. Happy coding.